Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking another look here at Shiba Inu, seeing what's going on. Not only did I get a lot of requests for this one from one of my community members and a few other YouTube subscribers, I also noticed that we broke through a key level resistance, which was a previous support level. So we'll talk about that and much more, help you understand best practice and big picture here. If you could just do us a quick favor, help us grow our Twitter community. It's a rather new channel, but we love to bring you technical and fundamental analysis, anything you need to know and like to understand throughout the the cryptoverse here, right? Also, of course, you want to become a better trader. We have a summer sale right now through Crypto Cash Premium. Link down below to register for that if you'd like to consider, or message me if you want that coupon code there. That being said, here with Shiba Inu, what do we want to talk about? Well, we want to talk about a few things. First of all, we look down below. We can see this previous support level at about 585. I know that's a ways away, but that is the support level there for basically the lowest point in which Shiba Inu had gone previously, right? Basically a support level there. That said, it was retested here recently for the lowest point in June 10th, and of course the price has slowly ascended ever since. But you got to keep in mind, previously we had lower lows and lower highs. The price continued to go lower until it eventually broke out. It's been range bound, and now it broke through this current range. Okay, and I'll talk about that here and show you what I mean. When it comes to a support level, we can see here, first of all, previous support right here at this range. So roughly at about 850, we see this previous support level. The price broke down below and became a resistance. Okay, so now that we see the price broke down below, came up to retest once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now today is number 9. Roughly, okay, approximately 8 or 9 retries of that level to break through eventually. Now, when I say breakthrough, this hasn't closed yet, right? So it's still got 7.5 hours in this candlestick. If we close above this level at 850 or higher, there's a stronger likelihood of a bullish continuation upwards. Okay, so keep that in mind. We've got 3 things here that are positive: descending trend broken, range bound activity broken, tentative support level established. Okay, so again, previous support turned resistance, turned support. That's typically a very, very good sign. Okay, so again, the bottom is roughly in, if you will, for the moment, but we got to see how the price action behaves here today. So taking a look at the RSI just to clarify. We're above 50, below 70. All good things there. We have a stochastic bounce effectively with the convergence there, and money flow index is increasing. All good signs. Take a look at the moving averages. We're above the 20, 50, and below the 200. So keep in mind, roughly there at about 1,000 is a resistance area, resistance range. So if the price continues to run, we could see that continue to occur. Or in other words, we could see that price action hit here soon. Okay, so we'll take a look at a few different things, of course, but generally speaking, we're in a position right now where the price action is doing very well for itself, and we're there's a stronger likelihood of the 200-day simple moving average tested before the 50. But keep in mind, 50-day SMA does work ascendingly with the trend, if you will. So the trend right now is up, and we got to recognize that it's best not to try to short into this. I know if you're kind of one of those short heavy kind of folks, you're like, oh, it's overextended, we're going to short. You could get lucky to short down to 850, but it might be best to try to buy that dip or to essentially get in here soon, depending on how the smaller time frames look. So once again, daily is fairly bullish. Okay, take a look at the 4-hour here. We do see an obvious overextension, so keep in mind we're at a 9 on TD sequential, 36 hours of bullish continuation. While that's never truly a situation where the price action just turns itself around every time because of it, we could very well see consolidation and then another leg up. That does tell us that we are overextended on the shorter to mid-term time frame here, and that indicates that we are in a position where the price could pull back eventually. Okay. Now, when I say pullback, hypothetically, the most recent highs is the place in which it'll come down to bounce. Okay, so a decent chance we could see a bounce off 862 or 870, or it may not even pull back at all. Okay, just keep that in mind. We're above all 3 moving averages. We are overextended, but let's see where we're at here on the 4-hour. We are tentatively rejecting off 70 on the RSI, but stochastic's giving us a divergence here. So oftentimes the best thing to do is wait for a second stochastic divergence, and then you want to consider shorting. So if this price continues to run, then you're not stuck in a situation where the price is going higher. I would wait a little bit before you decide to short, even though it does seem very prime for the picking there, right? So you got to keep in mind, we're converging. We broke through a key level resistance for a third potential time in the last 48 hours, and it's important to recognize that this is a strong coin that's going to probably continue higher unless we see some kind of correction from, just say, Bitcoin, for example. Keep in mind, this is running fairly independent of Bitcoin. So if we take a look at Bitcoin's price action, this is a lot different. So, even if Bitcoin were to dump, this may not do the same thing. Just keep in mind, it's more susceptible to do that because it is an altcoin no matter how you look at it. Okay? So just bear that in mind. But Bitcoin does look like it's fairly strong at the 29,150 range. So there's a good chance we'll see that continue higher. And if so, Shiba should also do so as well. Last thing we're going to look at here is the hourly. Obviously, Ichimoku Cloud is going to give us green lights on everything. In other words, do not short into this. We have a lot of momentum. There's no reason to do so. We have all green lights to leave a long position open. I'm not necessarily recommending you take a long right now. I'm recommending we wait a little bit to find out what happens next. It could continue to run, but try not to. Breakout traders are statistically less profitable than traders that are more patient, waiting for certain gaps in liquidity. If we do take a look at this liquidity, just to kind of clarify, we had a nice amount of liquidity there at that support range, about low 800s, and right now we just broke through the most recent liquidity, giving us a potential for that to be a new support. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's a previous area in which there's a lot of profits being taken, and in turn, we could see some more volume start to accumulate at that range. So there's a good chance that right here at about 866, that's probably the most recent lowest point we'll see the price action. All right, so keep that in mind. Also, furthermore, too, if we look at TD sequential here, even though we're overextended on the 4 hour, the 1 hour doesn't give us any indication that we're overextended. This is a healthy continuation. Yes, we hit a 9, but it was a slow progress up. The price resets, goes sideways here, legs up to a 6, consolidates here for somewhat of a pennant pattern, and the price breaks upwards. Okay, so that said, do not short into this coin. Highly recommended to leave your long position open and to wait to see what happens here next. So at this point, I think we're in pretty good shape for the price to continue to run. Shiba Inu is looking very strong, and I would recommend a little bit of patience here if you're looking for entry. To me personally, I would just wait for the price to consolidate. If in another 24 hours the price is right where it's at, it's a good place to get in. If the price does pull back, I think that's less likely, but if it does, getting in closer to like 850 to 860 range would be optimal. But I don't think we're going to come that low. The fact that we've hit this level here 3 times now and finally broke leads me to believe this is going to be the new support. So I'm pretty sure 866 is like the new support level, and we should be in pretty good shape there. We could even pull up some Fibonacci levels here from the most recent data, and we can kind of see that clarified there. 0.786 at 863. Once again, 866, 863. That range there is a current support level, so I'm fairly confident that'll hold. And what do you know? 0.618. One of the strongest, most consistent Fibonacci retracement levels is right there at about 850. So to me, a good entry zone would be 850 to 863/866. Okay, that's a good place to get in. All right, I hope that makes sense and I described this correctly. Thank you so much again for watching. If you want to like, subscribe, follow, greatly appreciate that. Do the same thing over here on our Twitter as well, or our X, whatever you want to call it, so we can continue to grow that community and bring you some awesome results there. Last but not least, once again, link down below for our Crypto Cash Premium. We do have a discount right now, summer sale, right at this point here for a healthy lock-in, so you can continue to benefit there. Of course, if you want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is the site. Trading Academy, community, and Signals group. Really awesome stuff. We've got some fantastic swing trades cranking right now, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of those profits being taken. Pretty big stuff. Thanks again. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.